The CEO knelt straight down in front of the woman. In shock, the CEO discovered that the little boy's left hand actually had 6 fingers. At first, everyone thought he would be terrified, but instead, in the very next moment, he knelt again before the mother, frantically slapping himself across the face while repeatedly apologizing to the boy and his mother. It turned out that the reason the CEO reacted so strongly to the boy's 6 fingers was because he himself also had 6 fingers. And in this world, only the bloodline of the Liu family had this trait, so the moment the CEO saw the boy's 6 fingers, he immediately concluded that the boy was the biological son he had been searching for many years. 6 years ago, the CEO became infertile after a car accident and had only one remaining sample preserved to continue the family line. But due to a nurse's mistake at the hospital, that sample was implanted into a young woman's body. When the CEO's mother learned the truth, she was furious. After all, this was the Liu family's only bloodline. She immediately ordered the CEO to find that girl no matter what. However, 6 years passed, and he was never able to find her. Eventually, the old lady began to suspect that the girl might never have given birth at all. The Liu family's bloodline was marked by 6 fingers as long as they could find a child. With 6 fingers, that child had to be her biological grandchild. What they didn't know was that the girl not only gave birth to the child, but also raised him on her own. Because he was born with 6 fingers, the boy was constantly bullied and excluded by classmates to save money for her son's medical treatment. The mother had no choice but to take him to work as a play companion for a wealthy family's child. Before entering the house, she deliberately put a glove on her son's right hand. They never expected was that the employer would turn out to be the boy's biological grandmother. Because she had never found the Liu family bloodline, the old lady cried so much from longing that she nearly went blind. To ease her sorrow, she adopted a child from an orphanage. Perhaps because of a bond of blood, the old lady became especially excited when she heard the little boy's voice. But the adopted grandson was narrow-minded, seeing someone compete for his grandmother's affection. He instantly became furious. At that moment, the butler immediately ordered the mother and son to be thrown out. Fortunately, the CEO returned just in time. When he saw the little boy, he felt an inexplicable sense of closeness and decided to let him stay for the day as a playmate. But the boy's presence made the butler inexplicably angry. That as soon as the playtime ended, the butler couldn't wait to throw the boy out, only to be shocked when he discovered the boy had 6 fingers. To prevent the boy from interfering with her plans, the scheming butler secretly pulled out some of the boy's hair for a DNA test. She planned to use the excuse of genetic defects to have the boy expelled during the old lady's birthday banquet. She didn't realize she was only setting herself up for disaster. At the birthday banquet the next day, the boy presented a peace talisman he had made himself to the old lady. The butler immediately snatched it away and loudly mocked it as something unfit to be shown in public. The boy's mother quickly picked it up and explained that it was simply her son's heartfelt gift. Just as the old lady was about to speak, the butler interrupted, claiming it was time to cut the cake. The mother swallowed her anger, but the butler only became more aggressive. When the old lady gave the boy a piece of cake, the adopted grandson's eyes turned vicious. That he stuck out his foot and tripped the boy to the ground. The boy cried and explained that it was the young master who tripped him. But the butler scolded him for slandering the young master and even insulted him as a fatherless child. The old lady finally couldn't stand it anymore and angrily rebuked her, saying it was just a piece of cake and there was no need to be so cruel. But the butler smugly claimed she had investigated the mother and accused her of having an immoral private life, saying she didn't even know who the child's father was. She called the boy a monster and said the entire family had defective genes. To prove her point, the butler forcibly pulled the boy's glove off, revealing his 6 fingers. The mother completely lost control and slapped the butler hard across the face, then turned to leave with her son. But the vicious butler ordered the bodyguards to separate them and even picked up a vase and smashed it into the mother's head, leaving her bleeding on the spot. The boy rushed forward to protect his mother. The butler accused him of slandering the young master and ruining the banquet and was about to strike him. The CEO arrived and stopped her. When the butler tried to justify herself, claiming everything was for the old lady's sake, she mocked the boy again, saying if he weren't a monster, why would he wear gloves every day? The CEO silently raised his own right hand. Realizing she had misspoken, the butler doubled down, claiming the mother was abandoned because her family had genetic problems. and that the Liu family would become a laughingstock if they kept a defective monster. She even bragged that she had already sent the boy's hair for DNA testing and that the results would be out soon. When the mother saw how viciously the truth was being twisted, she insisted on leaving with her son. But the butler blocked them, forcing them to kneel and beg. The CEO coldly questioned when the Liu family had ever become a place where a butler could make decisions. Just then, the phone call with the DNA results came in. The test confirmed that the boy was the girl's biological son and the old lady's biological grandson. The old lady was overwhelmed with joy, so excited she nearly fainted. The butler mistakenly thought her plan had succeeded and loudly claimed the old lady had fainted out of anger. But what she never expected was that after learning the truth, the old lady's eyesight miraculously returned. "I can see again. I can see again. My precious grandson, you're finally home. The Liu family finally has an heir." Everyone was shocked and the butler lowered her head in shame.